So now let's talk about music that came out over the weekend. First off, we got Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once, 13 records. His first release since 2022 with Soul So Separately, which was one of my favorite albums of that year. I still revisit it to this day. He been low-key, though. He been low-key. The thing with Freddie Gibbs throughout the past few years, the social media drama has taken away from his artistry. Like, his music is great. He make great albums, but the social media drama is always going to take over in that aspect, and he's had some real social media drama. So he been low-key for the most part. He be doing television shows, shows with Mad Lib. They celebrating the 10-year anniversary of their Pinata album, which leads me to my next point before I talk about this album. I think Freddie Gibbs the best rapper in the game right now. If we talking the past 5 years, put the drama aside, we talking about artists who are going to go in that studio, give you crazy verses. The flow is always on point. And most importantly for me, albums with replay value. There's some names in the mix. There's some other names in that conversation. But after this album, I don't know if I could put anybody above Freddie Gibbs. Now, I've been doing this podcast for 6 years. Shout out to that. October 30th made 6 years since I've been doing this podcast. Shout out to everybody who's been down from the audio-only days to the first starting the YouTube page all the way up until now. I appreciate y'all. You know, so I can thank myself all day to be being consistent and working the boards and doing all that. I want to thank the people who tune in. I don't care if it's for 1 second, 1 minute, 1 month, 1 week, whatever the case may be. Thank y'all. Thank you. I can't thank y'all enough, honestly. But I've been doing this for about 6 years now. Well, 6 years, definitely now. Out of those 6 years, Freddie Gibbs been my MVP maybe 3 of those years. So I'm not just saying this because of this album. Freddie Gibbs been in my MVP conversation for about 3 of the 6 years, probably more than that. The other name that's been there, Bodie James. Bodie James dropped 2 projects this year. Who else I put in that conversation? In the past 5 years, just the past 5 years, I got Freddie Gibbs, Bodie James. I'll throw J. Cole in the mix. I'll throw Tyler Creator in the mix. And just the one random, boom, out the sky, I'll throw my guy 38 Special in the mix, Underground King. But as of right now, I think Freddie Gibbs the best rapper in the game. And this album just showed me why once again. Alfredo in 2020 was crazy. Like I said, Soul So Separately 2022. Bandana in 2019. I'm willing to have the conversation. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs. Thoughts on this album? Once again, introspective raps. Freddie Gibbs, like I said, after all the social media drama throughout the past couple years, he touched on it. He touched on it with his baby mama, the Benny situation. He said something about rappers don't want to collab with me. They think I'm too much. They think I got too much drama going on. They don't want to collab with me. You know what I'm saying? One verse he said, pussy had me going crazy. I picked up on the first call. Like, when he sit back and just tell you about the shit he going through with his baby moms and being a father and the celebrity life, he's one of the best in the game. Like, leave that social media shit. You too good of an artist to be that artist on social media. Whoop-de-whoop. And like I said years ago, I think he got a little bit too cocky. After Bandana and Alfredo, I think he got a little bit too cocky. And he got that sense of humor where you saying to yourself, okay, we done songs together. You know, we rock with each other, but you saying this on social media, like you joking or you serious? Like his sense of humor is not for everybody. And you really don't know if he's being funny or he's just going on a rant. So I really appreciate the fact that on this album, he just decided to just talk about it and just let it all out. No Mad Lib production, no Alchemist production, but he still delivered. I always appreciate the Slink Johnson voicemails. The Black Jesus voicemails, I always appreciate that. He had it on Soul So Separately as well. Favorite songs, Cosmo Freestyle Crazy, Wolverine, Brick Fees, Rabbit Island is an early favorite of mine. That's where he was like, Ben Thug and Hoes Front and underrate me like Jalen Brunson, but I'm leaving here with something. Like, his flow, he got one of my favorite flows in the game right now. He got one of my, it's like grown man, it's a grown man flow, and he's speaking some real shit at the same time. I really appreciate that. It's your anniversary, the Tony Tone, it's our anniversary sample. When he came with that, I was like, damn, that's cold. That's a cold sample every time you hear it. I don't care if it's a R&B song, a rap song. It's Our Anniversary is always a cheat code in terms of samples. Steel Doors, I really enjoy. The biggest surprise, that Ruthless with the 112 Cupid sample. It's like, bro, who thought of that? I heard it, I said, wait, this the 112 Cupid sample? Like, and he's speaking real shit once again. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. That was cold. When I heard that Cupid sample, that was cold. And he does this, like I said, he had the anniversary sample as well. A couple years ago, he did the Bobby Valentino Tell Me freestyle. When he gets on the R&B records, hey, I'm not mad at that. He one of the ones I would like to be like, okay, I understand I'm getting tired of the samples, the obvious samples, but the way Gibbs come on and just tear them beats apart, shout out to him. On the set, I really enjoyed too. He started off, damn, they done got Diddy. So you already knew what he was talking about right when the song come on. Damn, they done got Diddy. Shout out to Gibbs, man. This is a well put together album. And he just dropped it. I ain't gonna say out of nowhere, but it was like a real abrupt drop. I think I heard about it Tuesday. It dropped Friday. I was like, all right, bet. Shout out to Gibbs. And like I said, he been on the road, him and Madlib, doing the 10-year anniversary of Pinata, which is probably, yeah, it is a classic. Ain't no probably in it. Pinata, a classic. Bandana, a classic. Alfredo, one of them projects came out during the pandemic in 2020. That's the one, if I'm blessed to have kids one day, that's the one I'm going to say, yeah, 2020 pandemic, world shut down. But this album right here was the one your pops was playing nonstop. Alfredo with Alchemist, Crazy Soul, So Separately, still in rotation. And this album, You Only Die Once. Freddie Gibbs, I think, is the best rapper in the game right now. And I'm willing to debate it. Like I said, other people I put in that conversation, Bodie James, Cole, Tyler the Creator, and 38 Special. But at the moment, I think Gibbs got it. So shout out to Freddie Gibbs. If you haven't already, check out the You Only Die Once album. Like I said, 13 songs. Real quick listen.